I do believe we are once again streaming. Yes, we are streaming. Streaming there. Let's see if we're streaming here. Put ourselves up here. See if we're there. Got that going on. And yes.
Is it working? Do we have audio?
Well. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Excuse me, sir. Is there audio on this audio test?
Well, there seems to be audio.
I wore my green shirt today, so the picture is coming through on my T-shirt.
It's a good idea.
So
it's a good idea.
It looks kind of funny.
So we are on YouTube, and we are also on Vapors TV.
Oh, we're on YouTube?
We are on YouTube. There's YouTube right there.
Is that? Are we supposed to be on YouTube?
No.
Is that kosher?
No, they're somehow they've intercepted our signal.
Is that? I thought we got a warning from them that we were not supposed to be on YouTube.
No longer supposed to be on YouTube.
They do not want us there.
We're not even supposed to be on the internet.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
It's been requested that we actually step down from the internet.
From public society, I think at large, we're supposed to step down.
Yes, the entire public has voted us off the planet. They want us off the planet immediately.
They've told us we cannot reproduce.
That's right.
And we are not supposed to.
We wouldn't know how to do that anyway.
The doors.
I have no idea where to start with that one. So I don't know what that's all about.
Well, it's something to do with a tree, I think.
Well, I know that you're supposed to rub yourself against a tree.
Underground or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that all works.
A squirrel?
It's complicated.
Something about a squirrel?
Yeah, squirrel. Squirrel! So, so we got... we've been through all of our tests and checks. As you can see, if those of you who are watching there, we had this scene up there for a while. And that way you guys can get an idea of the flurry of activity that happens to prepare for this show.
All kinds of stuff. I mean, we were running around here.
Oh, like chickens with our heads cut off. Yeah.
We look like Amish babies. Amish mashed potatoes on their heads.
Chickens with their heads cut off.
It was incredible. You missed a show.
Oh yeah,
you missed it.
It was something. If you weren't here for it, you missed it. Of course, if you're not here for this, you're missing this too. And if you're not here while I'm telling you that you missed it, you don't even know that you missed it.
Well, you missed it.
So you didn't really.
You're going to miss that too.
Yeah.
You're going to miss
like a toothache.
You're just going to miss everything.
But
you're really not missing anything. You're not really missing much.
No, nothing. It's the show about nothing.
We are drinking
McDonald's
from McDonald's
with the special cups that are part of our show. See that? You can look right through. You can see right through them.
Look at that.
It's amazing how they don't leak. Huh. They don't leak, but you can see right through them. That's something.
It's amazing.
See right through them. See?
That's kind of neat.
You see right through myself.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Huh. How does that happen?
Well, that's something.
How does that do that?
It's magic. It's the magic of TV, boys and girls. TV, boys and girls.
If you put liquid in something...
Tater Vape is on the air. Howdy, howdy, fellas. Hey, we're doing good. How you doing? How y'all doing out there?
Barely hanging in there.
We're barely hanging by a thread. We got 9 people on the show here. Got 9 people so far. When we get to 10, nothing happens today because this is news day. Psych. I guess we could turn off this little thing at the top there. We got this. Yeah, let's turn that off.
I'm barely hanging on by a thread. Barely. Here.
Which is typical.
Barely.
Typical of him. He's usually barely hanging on. So we got. We need to pull up our intro credits, I guess, huh? We need to pull that up.
Yeah, might as well do the intro.
Might as well do the intro. Get this show started. Because, if he was any better, he couldn't stand it. Neither could we. We couldn't stand it either if we were any better. If you were any better. If you were any better, we couldn't stand it. Anyway, so we're going to start the old shoe here. I'm going to push on this little intro thing and see if it works.
The old shoe!
Of course, it doesn't work. So now we have to push that. There you go.
It's time for the Vaping Nation, starring Justin and Dustin. Sometimes including Oldston and Funston. And of course, there's always Justine and Dustine. And maybe a few other people showing up occasionally. Who knows? Because it's time for the Vaping Nation, which is a nation of vapors. Disclaimer.
Beautiful. That just makes me want to go and
Well, you want to go poop your pants.
live in the mountains and
Yeah. Just makes me want to poop my
date
pants.
my sister.
You don't have a sister.
That's true.
But if you did, you'd probably date
But if
her.
I did, not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. No, why would there be?
So, yes, that was our intro. Today is Tuesday,
March 15th,
Newsday.
2016.
Tuesday,
And that's the way it was.
Newsday. That's
Right
the way
here
it's going to be.
on the show. We have a really big shoe today.
Huge shoe.
Great big shoe. An old lady who lived in a shoe.
It's huge.
We'll be interviewing an old lady who lived in a shoe. Oh, we got a bunch of news here. Look at all this news we got piled up here. Got all this news we got piled up all over the place. Got news here, news over there, news. It's from last week. We got nothing. We got nothing. Anyway,
I have hemorrhoids.
in a world of no news, where one man drinks sweet tea from a styrofoam cup.
Oh, what an awful
He
world.
looks around.
Oh, awful.
He looks around.
Awful world.
Everything.
Awful.
As you can see behind us there, you can see this.
What's next?
That is the styrofoam cup right there.
There it is, right there, folks.
It's almost like it's right there. You can just take a sip out of that. If you just
Right there.
reach up and touch your screen with your
Right
lips,
now.
you can
Right
take
there,
a
right
sip
now.
out of that sweet tea right there.
There it is.
Right there.
Right there, right now, right here.
Go ahead, punk.
Right here,
Feeling-
right over there.
Feeling lucky,
Right there on the
punk.
counter. There it
Feeling-
is.
Feeling lucky.
They've got the little T thing pushed down.
Tea thing is pushed down. She
got
made sure.
that.
She made sure she had those pushed down before she gave those.
She
to me.
has it pushed down. She
I went
did
through
a
the
good
drive-thru and
job.
she's like, she almost handed those to me, and she took them back and she goes, "Oh, I got to push those buttons."
Well, you got to push
because
those.
you push those buttons. Because if you don't know what you got.
What are you going to know? How
Well,
are you
don't
going to know what you have?
You have no idea what's in there.
You got to. I mean, what,
I mean, you know.
what are you
go
gonna
to
do?
take a drink and it's like,
what are you going to do if you don't know what's in there? What are you going to do?
I don't know if I should take a drink. I don't know.
Happy birthday!
I don't know. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you.
Do we have some sound effects for the birthday girl?
Yes, we do.
Boy. Girl, boy.
That's our birthday song.
Girl, boy, boy, girl.
Yep, there you go. We'll do it
Disclaimer.
again.
Birthday to you. That fit it. It fit
It was
pretty
pretty
good.
fitting. Yeah, it was very fitting. Yeah. This isn't working. Disclaimer.
There
it
it
goes.
is.
Yeah, it's not working.
Disclaimer.
And by the way, that's I'm Justin. This is okay. You can stop now. Yeah, it's fine. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. This
I'm
is Dustin.
Dustin. Thank you. Thank you.
That's There you go.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah. No, come on. Give him a little. That's good.
not too
That's-
much.
Yeah, that's all right.
much.
That'll work. That's enough.
Not
That's
too
that's more than he deserves anyway.
It
so.
is.
Yeah.
That's true.
So we got happy birthday to me, happy birthday TJ, happy birthday TJ,
Happy birthday.
TY, girl la la, la la la. So are you really laughing out loud, or is that another lying out loud thing you're doing there? See, people once in a while will say, I really did laugh out loud.
Yeah, so every
So-
other time they did it,
Does that mean they're not laughing out loud?
I don't understand.
I think they're
I
lying.
think people are getting a little,
Yeah.
maybe a little frivolous with the LOLs out there.
It needs to be LALOL, lying about laughing out loud.
And then you could be a liar.
And you can be a liar. Lying out loud. Or laughing out lying. Hmm. Or if you're from Canada, laughing about lying. Yep.
Liar. Handsome,
Lying about laughing, I guess it would be, I don't know. You guys are crazy. That's why we're on our own show. They put us in this rubber room in Tuscaloosa, Montana, where we can't hurt anybody else. And we gave us a show. So here we are with you, entertaining you with our craziness.
So, did you put our names up yet?
I was looking for that button to put our names up there. It's got to be one of these. I think it's that one right there. There you
There
go.
it is. There's our names right there.
Goal! I
print.
did it.
It's in print.
Justin and Dustin. The Vaping Nation.
And you know that if it's in print like that,
Well, that's got to make it real.
it's got to be true.
Especially when it's on the internet. I mean, you can believe everything that's on the internet.
So it is true. That's who we are.
There you go. That's proof positive. Want to see some identification?
So there it is, right there.
How do I know I'm Justin? How do I know he's Dustin? And look, he's got picture ID. He's got a picture behind him. See if I take us out of here. You can see that's the picture right there.
There they are.
So lifelike.
Oh.
It's almost like it's really us back there behind ourselves.
Wow. Oh, that's scary.
Anyway, so yes, welcome everyone. Thank you for stopping by to see the birthday girl. Apparently, it's just I didn't realize there was a birthday party today. We were showing up for.
I didn't bring a gift.
I didn't bring anything either. I have a card, but I left it at home.
Come back on Thursday.
Must have gotten lost in the mail. Yes, Thursday night, 7:00. We have a big shoe. That's the big shoe, where we have all kinds of entertainment, giveaways, songs about nothing.
About nothing.
And
nothing.
One of these days, when somebody gets the email made, we'll be sending out an email to invite some people to be interviewed live here, right here, live on the air. And you can call in.
Well, not live.
You'll be able to call. Well, they'll be dead. We're going to interview dead people.
They won't be here.
But it won't be here and it won't be live.
It won't be here.
But there will be an
live.
interview somewhere.
It'll be somewhere.
And you'll be able to call in.
There'll be a delay of some kind.
Yeah, it'll be about 20, 30 seconds or 20, 30 minutes. I don't know. 20.
So it's not going to be
couple days
live.
And then so then you'll be able to call in and ask questions.
Oh, can I ask questions?
Yeah, you can ask questions. You can call in and ask questions during the show.
I have a question.
Call in. Just call in. Ask the question.
I don't know the number.
Well, then I guess you can't call in then.
Well, I have a question.
Well,
I have a question.
you're just going to have to ask somebody else. Call your local senator.
There's nobody else here.
Call your congressman.
No one else here to ask.
Well,
I want to ask them. I want to ask you.
Nobody has the answer anyway.
I want to ask Justin and Justin.
I don't know anything.
I need to ask it.
I don't know.
I got a question.
I don't even know who Justin is.
Oh, they're gone.
Their names are gone. I don't know who I am anymore.
They left.
Yep. So,
I have a question.
yes, what's your question?
I have a question.
What's your question?
I have a question.
What's your question?
I have a question. I have a question.
What's the question?
There's a question here. Somewhere.
Disclaimer.
Here, there's a question.
What's your question?
I have a question.
That's your question? I can explain why they're laughing. Take a long look in the mirror, and you'll understand why they're laughing at you. You'll understand everything about the laughter. So what's the vaping story today? What's the vaping story happening?
Well, we've got a big hubbub out there.
Hubbub.
There was a false, what was it? A false
Well, it's a
news
false
story.
news story.
A big false one. A big falsified news story.
Yes.
So, some news person out
News
there
story.
is falsifying documents.
Yes.
There's been
big
some
news.
false stuff out there.
False news story.
It's all false.
Okay, so if many of you may have read or
Everything's
heard
false.
some stuff posted on Facebook
False.
and
False.
stuff
They
posted
say.
all over the internet and tweetered and YouTubered and Pinstagrammered and Instagrammadoopateemenebeard and Pooped-on and Periscopered and all that stuff is going around that the let me put that up there so they can see it. That the FDA has passed regulations now that are going to
Banned it all.
ban all FDA. I can pull it up over here on my.
Banned all
Here,
nicotine-based e-juice.
Yes, all nicotine-based e-juice will be banned as of July 2016. The Food and Drug Administration has announced a July 2016 ban on liquid mixture used in vaping products such as electronic cigarettes. So that's the story. It came out, and of course, we here, the crack team here at the Vaping Nation, we did some research into this. And we spent
hours
looking all over America. And we
I put my walking shoes on.
Yes.
I hit the street.
Started knocking on every door. We left no stone unturned. That's why when you go out in your garden and you notice all your stones are turned over,
well,
we were there.
I did miss one.
We missed a couple.
I missed one.
You missed one? Well, it's probably
There
under
was
that.
one I couldn't
That's
move.
the one that's under
It was
that.
too big.
Well, yeah, it's probably not under that one. Yeah, so I just looked it up online, looked at Snopes, or Snopes, or whatever they call it, snopes.com. And sure enough, there's the story, and guess what? It's false. As you can see here, this is the page.
This is the actual.
That's the actual thing there.
Yeah.
You got the actual thing there. But on Snopes, it has it's definitely. Well, I'll just read what their response to the claim. There was no truth to the claim, which originated with the Associated Media. It's called AssociatedMediaCoverage.com, which is a fake news site. While several websites trafficking in satirical items and other, like stuff like The Onion bear disclaimer notices, Associated Media Coverage features no such advisory. Each page contains or displays an About Us link at the bottom, but those links are not operational, unfortunately. So that gives you an idea. Associated Media Coverage was also registered on 18th of February 2016 and is not an official news site, despite its semi-legitimate appearance. They're kind of trying to go after Associated Press, I think, is kind of what they're trying to kind of make it look like, so an Associated Media itself. The site also spread a hoax story earlier in March 2016 with a fabricated claim about motorcycle curfew. So, yeah, so this is a bogus, as in bogus.
They have a little bit of the actual article on this Snoops.
Yeah, you can go to Snoops and get the actual article, or you can go to
They have a link on. Yeah, they have a link on there. It'll take you to the actual
the Associated Press coverage. Yeah,
full article.
So if you see that particular thing and you hear that rumor, nip it in the bud, as they say. Nipper, just nip it. You gotta nip it good. Nip it in the bud. Nip it good. Nip it. It's not too late to nip it into shape. What? So there you go. Yeah, what? There you go. So dirty Stavros, do you roll your R? Do ruffles have ridges? So, yeah.
Yeah, it was quite the article, though. I was a bit hot under the collar when I read it at first. You know, it's.
Oh, he was hot under the collar.
It's quite detailed.
And then I looked it up.
It's quite detailed.
And found out that he was, had nothing to worry about.
Well, yeah. When I came in today, I had an idea it might be
His head was
fake.
about to pop off. His head was about just that close to popping off. He said, "If this isn't fake, my head's going to pop off."
Yeah, well, it would have.
I think he said something like that.
Probably would have popped off.
He said something about, "Let's eat lunch." I'm not sure. It was one of those two. I'm not sure. One of those two. So, just got back from voting. Dirty just got back from voting. Congratulations, and thank you very much for your patronage. I'm sure you voted for...
Are you running this time around?
Voted for me? Did you vote for me? Did you vote for Justin for president? So...
You running this time around, are you?
I'm running. I'm running like crazy. I'm running here, running there, running everywhere. I'm kind of running in my adult diaper right now.
So you're going to read that fake article there, are you? Or?
Well, no, I wasn't really planning on reading it. You want me to read it?
Nah.
It's just fake.
It's fake.
Nothing to it. It's not worth reading. Now, well written. One thing I would like, yeah, it looks legitimate.
It's very well written.
If you read it, you'd think, wow, that thing. Oh yeah, Colonel Sanders, huh?
What?
Apparently, Dirty voted for Colonel Sanders, the socialist. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So, I don't know if you know anything about us. We're kind of more or less we're kind of like the libertarian kind of constitutionalists kind of thing, kind of.
It's kind of silly, isn't it?
So it's kind of stupid.
Kind of silly.
Kind of crazy. Yeah. To think that the Constitution is going to give every individual their sovereign rights.
Oh, that's baloney.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, actually, it doesn't give us our sovereign rights. It recognizes our sovereign rights, which is different than
our God-given.
That's right. We were born with these rights, but the state starts telling you have a right to other things, and that those are also rights they can take away.
They're the ones that give us our rights.
Yeah, and they aren't. Yeah, those rights.
We have no rights until they give them to us.
That's right. That's right. Rights. You're right about the rights. So
please let me breathe. My ages, please.
So, Republicant. You won't vote Republicant. Well, I don't blame you.
I don't like Republicans either.
I don't blame you. Yeah. That's why I was wondering if you'd vote for me.
Because I did not have, I did not lie. I did not
have sexual relations
I didn't do that.
with that woman.
I don't know
I
anything
did
about
not
Benghazi. I don't know anything about
I
that.
didn't do
What
it.
difference does it make,
I
Senator?
did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did not.
Yeah, why not vote for somebody who didn't even have a full-time job until he was 40 years old? I mean,
Well, because he
for it.
did not have sexual relations with that woman.
So,
He did not. Did he? Did he? I don't know.
yeah, I hate to tell you this, but I think Hillary might have the inside track on the old superdelegates. I think she's going to beat Bernie. Bernie could win every state. I think she's still going to win it.
Now, are
Yeah.
we?
I'm just talking. I'm just having a little chat with my dirty friend over here. With a little dirty friend.
Dirty friend?
I got a little dirty friend. Dirty Davros. Davros.
My battery's dead.
Davros.
My battery's dead. That's what she said.
Anyway, on to more important news. Here in the state of Indiana, we have a wonderful vaping policy in our state house. Yes, thank you very much. One of the most liberal state policies about e-juice and vaping. Now, I'm not a vapor. So you're asking, Justin, why do you care?
Well, because you like rights.
Because one thing after another, one thing leads to another, and this is where we start developing this idea. There's fascists on both sides of the aisle. And fascism is something where you try to control people's behavior from the outside. It's a moral. If you look up the definition of fascism, actually from Merriam-Webster's definition, not from Wikipedia, you will get a better definition of fascism and socialism. If you look up socialism fascism on Wikipedia, you will not get a good. Trust me, it's just not good. It's not accurate. They got a whole bunch of other stuff thrown there. Trump caused a lot of trouble in my city. And I think it's antagonized. Yeah, I got some reflection on my screen here. People on purpose to incite a riot. People was maced because of that J-A, whatever you said there.
Donkey.
Yeah, there's a couple sides to that issue too. I mean, if you want to step back and be objective about it for a moment, they bust a lot of people in to protest from outside of town. However, and I'm all for the people protesting. I think that's part of your right. It's also a right to have someone speak, and when someone's right is taken away by a mob, that's not good either. So because sooner or later they're going to disagree with you, and the mob's going to turn on you, and you as an individual, as a minority, are not going to have rights because the mob has begun to rule. And that's the bad part about a pure democracy is majority rules, and majority can vote the minority to death, literally. So that's a problem. That's why our sovereignty is our rights are based on individuals, not based on the collective whole. So we could get into that a little bit later.
Trump is an idiot, though.
But I agree.
He winds people up.
He's
knows
a fraud.
What to say.
Yeah, he's a fraud. He plays to the dumb people. He's a fraud and a phony and a clown. So
it's a big show.
I have to be with you on that one.
It's a big show. Big show. Big shoe.
Yeah, he's quite the. But there's a lot of people all wound up about him, and for one reason or another, they're not all racists. There's a few racists in there. There's a few people who are just misinformed and have this crazy idea that this guy is going to do everything, that his poop doesn't stink, and that it's his poop. Some people think his poop cures cancer. It's just amazing.
Wow, really?
Which it might. I don't know. Maybe it should be tested. I don't know. I'm not going to test it.
Is there a dog under there?
I might taste it, but I'm not going to test it. I don't know. We got a dog under there? Got some kind of dog under there?
Is there a dog under there?
Some kind of dog back there?
I don't think so.
A dog?
I thought I stepped on him, but I stepped on something else.
The dog back there? Hello, dog. Anyway,
this bill, though, in Indiana here, this vaping bill, that from reading the bill that passed last year.
Yeah, we're kind of confused about that.
It says in the bill that it was supposed to be enacted on July 1st, 2015.
Yeah.
Which was like
last year.
That was like 3 or 4 months after it passed.
Right.
And
because it passed in January, February,
something like that.
It went to the House. Yeah, then the governor was supposed to sign it. So I'm not sure exactly when he signed it, but it was right between the first of the year and January that it was supposed to be all done.
Yeah. But it didn't go into effect apparently.
Yeah.
So now they're all talking about it going into effect. So apparently it was this year, even though it sounded like in the bill.
It was
and I read it many times.
Yeah, and well, there was a grandfather clause so that if you were already producing stuff,
Yeah.
you could sell what you produced before July 1st.
Yeah.
And after that, you had to be in compliance. Well, nobody was in compliance, and the stores were still opening. New stores were still opening. How do you do that? And they were still having places where you could walk in, you could watch them make the juice right there at the counter. How do you do that? So, because this was all about clean room and all this certified stuff,
Locked facilities,
security systems,
cameras,
and a specific security cameras or security systems monitored by a specific company. And finally, some of the local radio hosts in this area have finally figured it out. They've actually gotten down to realizing that, wait a minute, there's only one company in the entire country, and that happens to be in the Indiana area, who is also, you can trace back, if you connect the dots in terms of connections and finances, you can trace it back to this one company in Indiana who is the only one who is in compliance to make e-juice in the state of Indiana, or in the country for the state of Indiana. Because anybody outside the state of Indiana who makes e-juice and tries to sell it in Indiana, regardless of whether it's through the mail or through shipping to stores or wholesaling, whatever, they also have to be in compliance. So
even if you're getting the juice for free,
even if somebody sends you juice to review, it has to be in compliance with the state law. So somebody from California who's making e-juice and has a website, and somebody from Indiana who wants to buy that orders it online, that California cannot ship it to Indiana without being set up with the security system in Indiana and having all of their permits, everything, and they have to send samples, right? They have to send samples of their e-juice to be approved by a lab that is approved by the state, which, there again, we have a lab service testing. There's only one that's approved by the state. There's only one security system, a security company, approved by the state to approve everybody. Then you have to have samples stored in an approved camera, and everything in your lab has to be on camera on a webcam that can be viewed at any time by the security company. A certain kind of key system, lock system has to be used. There's only one kind that's approved.
You can't have it's a key system where you can't duplicate the keys.
Right. And it's all and like I said, there's only one company that's in compliance, and guess what? That company is the one behind the legislation. How convenient. So a lot of people are realizing that now, and they're starting to cry foul. It's kind of like one of those things where Nancy Pelosi said we have to pass the bill so we can see what's in it, and then we discover that it's crap.
Yeah, I would hope there's going to be some lawsuits coming up, against this. And,
I hope so.
I would think so.
It's an amazing. Hopefully, they'll do some research behind it and connect some dots, because there needs to be an investigation. It's maybe you should start that. Maybe we should do that here at the Vaping Nation. Because we're good at investigation. I'm going to start looking, I'm going to spend 5 minutes looking it up on Snopes and see what I find out.
Okay.
And then I'll file some lawsuits.
Okay.
I'm going to apply for my law degree.
Okay.
From the Institute of Law Online.
Law Online. Okay.
And I'll pay my $25 to get my lawyer license.
Okay.
But, so...
Who is that who is the representative that was behind this?
Not Stutzman. What was the guy's name? He's Mr. GQ, thinks he's Mr. What's his name? Can't think of his name. And it's one of those, things where, they're going to protect us all. And that's, again, getting back to the whole idea of... states.
Carlin Yoder.
Carlin Yoder, that was it. Yeah, Carlin Yoder. He was the guy who sponsored it, and it voted unanimously, didn't it? It was ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
So, yes, that's his name. Yes, you got it right there, Mr. Bill Summit. Yeah. So Indiana right now, currently, they're going to place everything under the state alcohol and tobacco enforcement. So I think that was part of the problem with why it wasn't enforced back in July, was because nobody was enforcing it. There wasn't anybody to actually police it.
Yeah, the responsibilities of enforcement is going to be on the Alcohol and Tobacco Commission.
Yes. And that's the state of Indiana Alcohol and Tobacco Commission. So it's Now, I don't know how they're going to inspect. They're going to send these guys out to California when they go to inspect them out there.
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, because they're in charge of the surprise inspections and.
But beware, because this is probably if Indiana can get it. Now, there's some others that have tried to pass almost identical bills, some other states, and it's been shot down really big time, because they simply didn't have the mafia network that the state of Indiana has put together, which is that's part of the issue. So some of the companies I have noticed there's a really aggressive campaign by some of the juice manufacturers right now to sell as much as they possibly can. I hear them on the radio a lot more than ever. I hear them trying to make enough money probably to get past all the hurdles that they're going to have because it's going to cost. I think we were looking into starting our own e-juice system before July, and last year. And just about the time we started getting into it and getting the flavors done and we got the e-juice kind of ready to go and ready to start selling stuff, that's when the legislation came out. And so we shut it down. So we're kind of knee-deep into this stuff, or up to here, really.
And then the way the bill read was...
We didn't think we could practice after we could do anything after July 1st of
last year.
And
then here it is. It's not being enforced now until
we could still be doing
this year.
We could have still been doing it. Yeah, it's frustrating. So...
It's House Enrollment Act number 1432.
Yeah, you can look it up if you need to. It's right there behind us. Let's you see it there. That's House Enrollment Act. House Enrolled Act number, and so it's not. I don't think it's being enforced currently at the moment.
It doesn't sound like it.
Which is weird. I think by July they're going to have it. They're probably going to just make it completely mandatory by July. It's probably what their target is. When the whole grandfathering thing was probably all a bunch of baloney. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at, and. What happened was there was just all the right connections. Everything fell together in this particular state, and that's why it's happening. And now other states have a little bit better control or less control or a little bit less organized with regard to the tobacco industry and some of the other things that are happening. And so yeah, it's...
I couldn't believe it passed in Indiana first.
And, yeah.
That surprised me.
Yeah.
You know, when California and those places couldn't get it passed.
Yeah, Indiana of all places. We've got some of the most lax gun laws in the state of Indiana. I mean, it's, I got a lifetime carry permit. I mean, it's how do you do that?
Yeah.
It's a lot of states won't even let you get a 1-year carry permit unless you've got some reason to have one, like if you got a restraining order against you or something like that. I mean, but in the state of Indiana, you just kind of walk down there and go, hey, I'm going to go shoot them up. Well, here's a permit for you. Have fun. But that, vaping, oh no, can't have you do that. No. So, yeah.
So that's that. That's the House Enrollment Act number 1432. And we'll go over it in more detail.
Yeah, we'll be giving you more reports as things start
shows.
happening.
Yeah,
more things will be happening with that, I'm sure.
It's a long bill. There's quite a bit in it, so it's...
Yeah.
Go over.
It's like 12,000 pages.
12 million, I think.
Yeah, 12 million pages. Yeah. So yeah, if you get a chance, if you really want to put yourself to sleep this evening, just go ahead and start reading that bill. You'll fall asleep before the first paragraph's over. So.
Yeah, and be enraged if you live in Indiana.
Yeah, you'll be mad, especially if you're an e-juice manufacturer. You'll be really upset. It's just ridiculous. I mean, what are they protecting us from?
Or if you're buying e-juice from out of state.
Yeah.
If you have a favorite e-juice company that's in,
you won't be able to do that anymore.
Illinois or somewhere.
Yeah. Because I guarantee you, most of the states out there who have manufacturers, they're not going to do this just to comply with one state's laws.
No, they're not going to.
So they're not going to put up with this. Plus, that how do you jump through that hoop when you're 1,000 miles away? So. News on Missouri. Do we have any news about Missouri? We do have some news about misery.
Misery? Yes.
Because we are both very miserable.
Yes.
La miserable.
I know misery.
So, there hasn't been really much going on in Missouri. It's been kind of under the radar, so I'm not sure exactly what all is going on there. I know that there is a small coalition of people who are trying to do... I think the last thing I heard was that they... Did it pass that they wanted to ban e-cigs in any place that cigarette smoking was? I think that was in Missouri. I know that they did that here in Indiana. That was actually done before this bill passed. They banned any place that cigarettes were not allowed, like in a restaurant or whatever. They banned e-cigarette use. So whether it's public places, I can't remember what it was in Missouri, if it was just public places or government-owned facilities, something to that effect. You might want to look at that. He lives in Kansas City, can't vape inside. I assume that's inside public buildings. You can vape inside your house, I'm assuming, but you can't vape inside public buildings probably. And then you have to be like 10 feet away from the door, the entrance door, something like that. That's probably what they did. That's kind of what they've done. So, yeah, it's just crazy to me. I don't get it. I don't understand. Based on what information that they're making these laws. Now, if something came out that was legitimate, that said, yes, vaping will knock you, as soon as you vape, you're dead. Well, then, if people are dropping like flies, I can understand. Let's go ahead and, do something about that. But, I work like once a week right next to this guy who vapes like a steam shovel. And you can tell I'm normal. I'm as normal as can be. I don't know how much more normal you could be besides me.
I don't know.
So, yeah.
I don't know.
20 feet from the door here in where I live. Okay, so 20 feet from the door. Yeah, it's like because 19 feet would just be too close.
Well, that's one.
19.5. It just won't work.
That's one.
Sorry. It's gonna
foot too
well,
close.
that vaping steam gets everywhere until it gets to 20 feet and it's just gone. So yeah, it's just crazy stuff like that. They got a tax. They got a tax in Kansas, 22 cents per mil.
No,
I know Ohio tried to do that. Wasn't it 35 cents per mil or something like that? Wasn't it 30?
Yeah, it was
39 cents.
It was more than that.
It was ridiculous. Oh yeah, it was more than that. It was $3 and something per mil.
Was it that much?
Oh, I think it was $300 or something.
I think it was $30,000
per mil.
$3,659,000.
Yeah. No, it ended up being we figured it out because a 30 mil bottle was like $15 more.
Well,
because of the tax on that.
That's insane.
It's ridiculous.
So 22 cents is insane. That's
so what you want to do is you want to sell 15 mil in a 30 mil bottle and accidentally overfill it. See, that's the way we think. That's what we would do. We'll sell you 10 mil. Oops, we overfilled that bottle. Sorry. You got a little bit more in there for $40.
It looks like 10 mil.
Looks like 10 mil. We said 10 mil on the receipt.
It must be 10 mil.
Had to have a hand truck to get the thing out the door.
It looks like 10 mil. It smells like 10 mil.
Yeah.
Must be 10 mil.
So that's kind of our news for the day. That's kind of really all we had. It was that was the big news. Indiana's the worst state in the world to try to sell e-juice.
Yeah, it is. So once
there you go.
Goes into effect, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So we'll go over more of that though at some point.
So we're thinking about starting a store just across the border, maybe up here in Michigan, because we're about 4 or 5 miles away.
That'd be the way to do it.
Yeah. Well, I just start one up there.
I have a feeling you'd be pretty busy.
Raking in the dough. Just raking it in. Raking in the dough. Kneading it like bread and then putting it in the oven and making a bunch of... I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's all I know. I'm just the movie guy. I should be the movie trailer guy. In the feel-good hit of the summer. In a world where one man, vaping in a land before time,
it feels good,
wants to take off his shoes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Feels good. That feels good.
So if you're making if you make movies and
moonshine,
you need a movie trailer guy, give me a call. Go ahead. Feeling lucky, punk? Yeah, there you go. I can even do it in Japanese.
No, you can't.
It's a feel-good hit of the summer. See?
That was Japanese.
That's Japanese.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So,
it's incredible.
Well, I study hard. I studied languages for years. I learned how to spell it, and so now I can spell languages. Well, I could. I forgot.
Should we tell them about the project we're doing or no?
Yeah, we could give them a little hint. Give them a little hint.
Tell them about the
In fact, I can show them a picture. That's right to this.
Here comes a picture, folks.
Watch this. Look at what we're working on.
There it is. Don't show them too much.
Oh, nope. Yeah. Don't let the Chinese see that. They'll take over the world.
That's right. We have a shop behind us.
This is a 1,900 square foot facility.
We have a
900 feet of office space.
What?
And
Office.
And the rest of it is
Office.
manufacturing facility.
Office?
Office.
Office
Yes.
space?
Office.
Office?
Office.
Is there an office space
It's
here,
an office.
sir?
Office.
Sir, I'm here to look at
Office.
the office space.
Office.
Sir?
This is just one part of the office.
there an
that
office
you see
here,
behind us
sir?
here. This is
Sir?
This is one part.
Sir,
This is like the
I'm here
front
to,
area
I'm here to
where
be-
we can do interviews and we can do stuff over there. We got the camera set up. We got our little monitor.
I'm in the office.
Up there,
Sir?
we got this computer here. We got a computer over there. We got a couple computers over there. We got some computers over in the other room. We got
Sir, I'm in the office.
3 other offices over there. 3 office building rooms. We got a little kitchenette back here.
In the office,
Got a little
sir.
refrigerator with. We got a
the
microwave and all that stuff
have a
back in there.
bathroom,
We got-
sir?
No, we don't have a
Do you have a
bathroom. We haven't done that yet. Yeah, we don't want to put the bathroom in there yet.
I have a bathroom.
Yes, most of it's for vooping. Yes, it is. Most we have 1,000 square feet of space for vooping.
I vooped in my pants.
Yes.
Sir,
My adult vooping diaper is
I'm
full.
vooping right now.
Yes. So
So yeah, we do have a
What we're
little bit
talking
of a
about.
shop back there. We got some machines.
Some
that
machines.
can produce things. So we're working
computer
on
numeric controlled.
producing something that,
going to
that will
be,
be fun for the show.
yeah, gonna be giving away a few of 'em, doing some
giving
reviews.
A few away, and
You're really gonna like it. Those of you who like box mods or anti-box mods. We're going to be upgrading a few things out there and doing some better work on some of the things we'll be doing. Mass manufacturing some things that don't matter with as far as legislation. See, we're doing things that are that aren't legislated. They aren't regulated. Like
yeah.
not yet. Not yet. Not today. Probably will be tomorrow. By the time, see, what we're thinking is, about the time we get it ready to go, that's when they'll start doing something with the legislation.
Probably.
Yeah, that's how it usually works for us.
how it
Every time
works.
we just about get something ready to go, they pull the carpet out from under our feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
I think they're watching us.
Yep.
Like, oh, looks like those guys are just about getting ready to make a living. Oh, better take that away from them.
Well, you don't want them to have that. Get it away from them.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Yeah. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Jimbo. Jim Bob.
So, I don't know. We got anything else? Oh, we got that going on. What's that? I didn't know that would. What's that doing? Well, I guess it is the ticker. Huh? That's the ticker.
I think
Isn't that
that's
the
it.
ticker?
I think that's
ticker.
Fred, Tim,
We
Jim
got
Bob, Billy
Fred,
Bob.
Tim, Jim
Nancy
Bob,
Sue,
Billy
and
Bob, about other thing you can think about. I don't know. We got stuff going on all over the place here.
Jimmy Jones.
You got that going on. So we did the intro, right? We did start the show.
We did it. Yeah, we did the intro.
We
Intro's
got a good
been,
stream going on. We had a good stream going on all day here.
Stream's
Dave.
been
Last
good.
time stream was kind of it's kind of sketchy.
It's been flowing
Been
like
flowing really good.
molasses.
All of our buttons work. Okay. That's funny. Good stuff. Wow,
That's funny.
that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. That's
So I think that's a good show. It's kind of a short one today, but that's the way it goes.
yeah, it was not quite an hour, but you know,
It's Tuesday News Day.
we packed a lot of information into that 1 hour.
Yeah, we did. We
Oh,
did.
we did. Yeah,
The,
a lot. Just packed it in there.
We'll be back Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be doing some stuff then. We'll be giving away some juice Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on Vapors TV. So come back and see us there, Jim Bob. Run the credits, sir.
Might as well run the credits.
Run the credits.
Might as well.
Just run them.
Just run them. Might as well just run them. Might as well. They're right there. Might as well just run them.
Check the cow.
Which button is that? Gotta be one of these.
Check the cow.
One of those. It must be that one right there.
Keep the cow checked.